Hello, we're gonna talk about stereotypes in Colombia and mainly in Bogota.
So, first, the image that people have about Colombia is that most of us are drug dealers, or that we are kidnappers, and that we have the perfect lifestyle, that we have no social problems, and this is not real.
So the first example that we can take is Pablo Escobar, which was a really important drug dealer here in Colombia, and he was associated to the biggest drug ring in Medellin. So when people say Pablo Escobar, they associate it to drug dealer, murderer, and all that, but they don't see what other things he did, such as the money that he obtained, of course illegally, but the money that he gained, he gave it to poor people so they can use it for their basic necessities. And this is what people will never know, because this is the part of the history that people don't look at. They only look at the bad thing, that he was a drug leader and he escaped from the police and all that.
Another example is Las Guerrillas, mainly Las FARC. They kidnapped a lot of people, they were killed, but people just think that because that happened or that is happening right now, they can come to the country because they're going to be kidnapped in the middle of a forest, and that's not true. We are having social problems, but people don't think more about it. Yeah, we are having those problems, but that's not happening all around the country. It's just in a specific area. And these two examples have influenced the perception that foreigners have about Colombia, that this country is dangerous and is full of gangsters. We have contributed as citizens to encourage this bad image by the use of social media and specific the use of memes.
We also think that it's okay for us, between us, to joke about these things. It's okay to joke about Pablo Escobar or La Guerrilla. So it's between us doesn't matter. But if we hear some foreigners saying something about this, we'll be really offended, because it's not normal for them to say that. They don't know the history that this country has had, so they don't have the right to say it.
We are used to if we are fighting between Colombians, we can say that el de la moto se lo lleve, the people, the hitman of that time and of the time of Pablo Escobar drove motorcycles. So for us it will be funny, it will be a joke, but or social groups called La Mafia, for us it's funny because we think we are cool people and that's okay for us.
Yeah.
But if a foreign say that we are mafiosos, we are going to be offended and we are going to make a huge deal about it. Now we are going to talk about the stereotypes in Bogota. A main factor that influences these stereotypes is the strata where people live. So there are differences between the people of strata 4, 5, and 6 and the ones of 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, so basically it is believed that the people that live in strata 1, 2, or 3 are poor people, are people, dangerous people. So people when think about these neighborhoods, in stratas 1 through or 3, they freak out because they believe they're going to be stole or
the way they dress, with these caps, they use it their head doesn't fit in the cap, they just put it on top, or they just turn it around and put it like this. When you see one of these people with a man, with a big jacket or big jeans ripped out, or tennis, a fancy
but brand.
You think about he's going to rob me, he's have a knife on his pocket, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you get really scared.
But if you see like a man of strata 6 with this cap, with a
really
Louis Vuitton jacket, with
really
fancy jeans,
shoes and fancy shoes.
you're going to he's so cute, he's
Yes.
so pretty, oh my god. But it's a different like between the skin color, like you're born on your cheeks of the strata 1, 2, or 3, and the one that is just fancy just because he has an iPhone on his hand and
Yeah.
he talks like hello,
Like
and the way they walk and that things. But now the names in the strata 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, so in the strata 1, 2, or 3, it is like most common to find names such as Brian, Brittany, Jessica, names like that are supposed to be in English but are written and pronounced like in Spanish, so it sounds weird. It's weird.
And we're making with the memes like jokes about the names, and we're making them feel like just because they have a name, that name, they are bad people. They are
It classifies you like if your name is certain name, you go to strata 1, 2, or 3, or 4, 5, or 6.
And usually those people that live in the strata 1, 2, or 3 have those names, and you see like the name of Brian, you oh my god, he's going to sue me, he has a knife. The Brittany, she's a bitch, she's a slut. Kevin, he's a drug dealer. But my name is Camila, I'm so pretty, I live in Usaquén. It's okay.
Yeah,
And you
it's
can
like,
be
oh,
like
wow.
a bitch, but it doesn't matter because your name is not Brittany and you don't live in strata 1, 2, or 3. Also the way they talk, the way of use, weón, marica, buena la rata, parcero, miñero. If a man or a woman in strata 1, 2, or 3 talks like that, you are going to fear them. You're going to be like, oh my god, they are not like people. They're not like fancy people. They're just like
You
poor.
try to avoid them.
Yeah, they're.
Yes.
But if I'm of strata 6 and I'm in a restaurant of
I don't know, sushi restaurant. Like
yeah,
really
in
fancy.
Usaquén or Andino, and I say like, marica, weón, I'm so fancy,
Yeah,
I
it's
have
fancy.
so much money, and that's okay for me.
Yeah,
But
people-
if I say,
Yeah, people think it's cool. Oh my god, it's like she said it, but
or the way we pronounce, like, people in strata 4, 5,
low
and 6.
strata.
Oh, well, okay, 4, 5, and 6, and said use Spanish and English. It's okay, they sound so good, but people of 1, 2, or
Yeah.
3, they're just like gaminis.
Yeah, like
Trying
what
to-
the hell are you saying that?
Trying to be someone they are not, but for us that we have money and we can make it like
Can afford
visible,
different things.
yeah, that we can afford or make it visible in our clothes or in our phones or laptops, it's okay for us.
Yeah.